What's your favorite top 10 VWs? I'll tell you mine today. Hey there, hi there, hi there.
Hey, man. All right, you gonna get up?
I think.
Can you get up?
I don't know. Kind of reminds me of when I proposed to my wife.
That's me, you goofball.
Yep. Ha 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 ha. Oh.
Hey.
Just getting stuff nobody's ever gonna see. Ever gonna see it. Nobody.
Yeah, but you'll know it's there.
Yeah, I will.
All right. You gonna turn your line off?
Oh, my line?
This.
Oh. Is it hissing?
It's hissing. I know you can't hear that range, but...
No, I cannot.
All right.
So partially deaf old man. So thank God.
And grumpy.
And grumpy.
But only when kids are on the lawn.
Yeah.
All right. We got a question that came in that's really cool.
I actually have an answer.
I know. I had to let you prepare this in advance.
Well, it's like 10 things, and it's like, oh my God. It's like, I don't know.
Got enough fingers to count that still.
Okay, but I'm going to have to read it off because, you know.
That's okay. But sorry, here's the question.
Yeah.
It came in from VW.
Hey, VW.
Hey, VW. So, what are your 10 favorite famous Volkswagens?
Miss Mabel. Miss Mabel.
Wait. So it could be from movies, TV, any pop culture, anything like that.
Miss Mabel's number one on my list.
Mabel's one? All right.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
you know, she's a bi-coastal winner and a magazine girl. So.
Yeah. And a centerfold.
And a centerfold. Okay, my list.
Here we go, folks.
The original Herbie.
Yay.
Not the ones that Lindsay Lohan was in. I'm sorry, Lindsay. I'm just not a fan. Back to the Bus, or I'm sorry, Back to the Future bus. That was a 73.
Yeah. Everybody always thinks about the DeLorean, but...
Yeah, but there's a VW bus in there. Footloose.
Oh, yeah. All right, there was a Beetle, right?
There's a Beetle in there. Huh. That was a 72, I think. Little Miss Sunshine, which was a 79 bus.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a co-star in that movie.
That was a cute one.
The Shining, which was...
They had what'd they have?
That was a 73 Beetle, and that was Jack Nicholson.
Oh, my gosh. Now we got to rewatch.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes in Major League. He had a late model Standard with the weird body kit on it. And it was a white one.
Yeah.
Snorkel Stang.
Oh, gosh, no.
Yep, back from the 70s. I think actually somebody's trying to restore that one right now.
Oh, no. With fire?
No. Of course, it would just melt off because there's a lot of glass on that thing.
There's a whole lot, yeah.
That Pretty in Pink thing, which I've never watched.
Oh, the Carmen Ghia. Yeah. That was the first Carmen Ghia I ever saw, was in that movie.
Drew Barrymore's thing in 51 First Dates.
51st Dates?
Yeah.
Ah!
And I never watched that movie either. I actually had to be reminded of that one.
Yeah.
So that's my
All
list.
right. That's pretty good.
That's my
All right,
list.
so I'll check with the guys too, but so what are you doing?
Prepping for high build. So all the surface has to be scratched down, and there's the repair work that was done on the new section here. So we do a little bit of filler where the weld line is. We had holes throughout this.
Miscellaneous.
So I've got everything pretty much scratched down. I'm gonna reshoot it with sealer and just the spots that need it, and then I'm gonna go through and shoot high build on it, maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow.
Okay, and whose is this again?
This is Hersker's European 60.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, European, because we got the...
because it's got the semaphores.
So does he want them? Do we know yet?
And then the other weird thing on the European cards is they have an early decade. So this is an H-style deck lid. And this is typically only seen on ovals and splits.
Wow.
So
this car gets more and more mysterious.
Huh? Also, we know it was bought from a used car lot.
Okay. Well.
We got Cabral, who is giving us a little bit of issues on the motor.
Okay.
And
well, we'll see what else is going on.
I don't
then.
think the motor's bad. It's just it's getting hiccup right now.
Yeah.
It's technical.
It's technical. All right.
Yep.
All right, mister. What's all up in here? It's very crowded in here, by the way.
You see that? There's cars everywhere. They
Like
come
you
up.
parked, I don't know who parked this stuff, but it's like,
It is parked. So
It's
what
amazing.
we got, what's happening here is that COVID didn't slow down our workload at all, and Mark probably sped it up and everything, but there's been a parts problem. So
yeah.
our supplier we get our parts from the other day, he had mentioned that, you know, simple little things now it's starting to get hard to get. So he makes $8,000 or $10,000 orders for stuff that he gets, and he's been getting 1,000 of it at a time. So, and it really caused a problem because see, if you got a shop like ours and you've ordered, you know, a bunch of parts for this car to get done, and they can't get them.
Right.
Sometimes other shops may order somewhere else or something, or look somewhere else, and then that part comes into him. So it's caused a big deal. So.
Plus, if it doesn't all come in order, like let's say you order 10 things.
I guess I don't know.
If you get the thing that goes on 9th, that doesn't actually help. Like you've got a
he
pile
said
of parts,
one of them.
but-
You know, one of our suppliers we have stuff from. He's been doing it for 40 years, and he said this has never happened ever.
God,
And it's
unprecedented
nationwide.
times.
It's
yeah.
happening nationwide. And then the other thing that's happening too is that it's workload has gone up.
Sure.
So there's a lot of shops that are turning work away, and we're getting a lot of that.
Right.
And so
We're still a year out.
Yeah.
so we've got a lot of people waiting to bring cars here, and we've got
Right.
cars waiting on parts. So I mean,
need
this car.
more
So you just
space.
stand around this
Yeah.
that car, and this blue car are all waiting on parts right now. This literally just stands.
Everybody's just waiting.
So-
All 4 of our lifts are sort of locked up.
Yeah.
And even if we get them off the lift, we've got no place to put them. Because none of these cars
Well,
can
they
go
can't
outside.
go outside.
No, they can't go
That's
outside in the
They
weather.
can't go outside. They can really, some of them can't move because the parts they're waiting for.
Well, sure.
They can't.
It's
get the
on a,
wheels
you
back
know,
on,
like,
so they're
good
sitting
luck
in line.
moving
Like,
that.
yeah, somebody else is waiting on axles. So right now he's trying. He can't go nowhere if he wanted to.
Right.
Same thing with the Herbie over there.
Herbie's-
He's waiting on front end parts.
he's on
His
a
wheels
lift
are on the
too.
ground.
Yeah.
So they're all. So yeah, it's not a bad problem to have, but it's just a.
It's a challenge. It's the next
challenge.
puzzle in
So,
our.
yeah. So we've got.
And then there's a boat somewhere that, right? Like off the coast of.
Yeah, well, so he was saying, so a lot of this stuff does come from overseas.
Yeah.
Or parts of the parts come from overseas. And
Sure.
so shipping wise, you know, your 2 main ports are New York and LA, that everything comes in the country at. So I guess they didn't think he would believe them. So when they told him, look, the reason you're only getting $1,000 parts is because everything is going through customs now, whereas they used to do random searches because of COVID, they're having to search everything. So these the boats are backed up while they search. They won't let them come in until they're, you know, so it's apparently they've got he sent him a picture of a picture in LA where there's 30 something odd ships off the coast just anchored there waiting for their turn.
I wonder
to
if it
come
had
in.
anything to do with the Suez Canal
Yeah,
as
I don't
well,
know. You know what it is who knows? Anything could have backed up, but it's just so it's
Yeah.
going to take a while to get that figured out, and it's just frustrating because sometimes when there's certain parts, like on this car, it's a full restoration, and you can't do certain
jump
things
ahead.
about the other things.
Yeah.
So it's like we may have some parts, like I got the gas tank
Right.
sitting here, but
Yeah.
we're missing parts that go under it, so I can't put the gas tank in. You know, it's sitting here
Exactly.
done. So it kind of throws a crinkle into it. So when you all see these videos that we usually are rocking and rolling, we're still rocking and rolling, but we're like waiting on some parts. So if you don't see your
little
car
pause,
changing, it's not
right.
because we're sleeping. It's
Nope.
because we're waiting on
They're
parts. for some
chomping at
stuff.
the bit waiting for
So,
shipments.
but they're
frustrating.
yeah, it is frustrating, really hard, especially
I guess-
logistically for the person that
Yeah.
does a lot of the order and trying to get stuff
Yeah,
set up.
who
it
might
really
that
is hard,
be?
'cause,
Yeah.
it's really frustrating. But yeah, so we're making it work all we can. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not, but it is.
Got
so,
real creative with the parking and.
yeah, but we do
squeezing
have.
in.
So there's a couple of things that aren't locked up. We got out here
Okay.
that we are working on. So we'll
Oh wait,
go
before
over-
we go there, hey Shannon,
Yeah.
what's your favorite famous VW?
Oh, well, one that comes to mind is the 2018 Transformers movie, Bumblebee.
Oh, yes.
67 Beetle.
All right.
Yes, which
good one. Good
Bumblebee,
one.
when we were kids, was a Beetle in the original Transformers.
That's true. It's a Camaro in the movies, but yeah.
Yep.
All right. Great. You have a favorite too?
I do. I have a couple, but probably Herbie, and not this Herbie, because this Herbie's like a souped up of it.
Yeah.
The original old Herbie movie.
Yeah,
Remember
with
what
Fred
was that?
McMurray.
Yeah, Fred McMurray.
Oh, yeah.
That little car, you know, which of course in the movie it was several cars, but
Oh, yeah.
I like just old school Beetles, you know. I mean, I do like them when they're all souped up and everything, but
Oh,
that
sure.
old just little Beetle running down the road, maybe because I have two just
Yes.
plain Beetles that are barely moving down the road.
Man,
so
well,
one of my house
Coke Bug's getting kind of
Yeah, he's
famous.
getting famous now, so you know.
People
but-
asking you to bring it for a, hey, we want to have our eyes on it.
Yeah, so we'll see. So out here you gotta watch your feet. There's metal everywhere. So we got a bunch of work going on. Rusty, his roof's actually on, and
Come show me.
yeah, be careful. There's sharp everywhere. So the roof, you know, this is a 21 window rag top, so there's a whole bunch of openings in the metal.
Right.
So Josh has been working pretty hard on it. So the situation is this was an old beat up rusty bus.
Yeah.
And then this is a brand new top, and the top's in several pieces. So this back piece was one piece, that front piece you can see is one piece, and the two side pieces have an inner and outer piece. Well,
Right.
to make all that work, it doesn't just go up there and tack into place. So he's having, like for instance here, the factory piece, which really isn't factory, it's aftermarket, wasn't
Sure.
the exact width it needs to be. So he's having to make cuts and take away here. He had
Right.
to add in the front. See the gap in the two skins in the front? That's how
Yeah.
far off those were.
Wow.
Now we could, you know, a shop could have just welded that up there and 99% of the people would have never known. But-
Yeah.
so he's taking the time to move that to where it's supposed to be. He's had to put a piece of metal in there and working through the issues that. So then we've got.
You
what
are
we have
Dr.
here is-
Rust. Like I told him he's like a heavy metal, dark metal specialist.
Yeah.
The magician.
This is the rag section, the structure for the rag top section that we're having to take, and we're going to have to put it up there and get it welded in, which that's what Josh is doing now.
All right.
Some of these parts, like we've gone, you guys that have been following the recipe over time, there's some parts they just don't make. Period.
Right.
And so we have to make do on some of that. So that's what he's done now. He's cut 475 nuts out of this
Oh my.
deal that we've got to put new ones in. By the way, we got to find those stainless.
I was
nuts.
gonna say, do we have enough?
Yeah, and hopefully they're not off the coast somewhere. But so then we have to put this in. We have to put all new stainless nuts in there because that's what all the rag hop parts screw into.
There's so many jokes here we're not gonna make, but
Come on.
I know. All right.
But so that's where we're at there. So that's actually up there. And it's not all the way on because we've got to wait till we get the rag section in there, and then it's starting to look like more and more like a bus. So if you
It
look
really
at
is.
You can see where the rest of the windows were because for a while
Yeah.
they didn't know what a 21 window bus looked like. You didn't know where the other windows were.
Right.
There's the other 8 windows right there.
And then we should be having the suspension shipped to us in a week or two.
Okay.
There's a full air ride system from Wagons West.
Oh, great. And they're Oregon?
Yeah, Salem, Oregon.
Great.
So from there, like we said, I think I said last week, I predicted this. I said from here on out, you should start seeing, you know, a lot of the work we were doing behind the scenes, you couldn't really tell something change,
Yeah.
but now you can actually see
yeah.
some stuff's changing. So from here, it should go, you know, pretty slick. Josh is
Josh is just standing there holding
well, he's got a lot of
nuts.
math. He's had to do a lot of math in his head. You know, there's a lot of math when you're doing angles.
Yeah.
You know, you could cut a piece of flat metal for those people that do metal. You could cut a piece of flat metal in two, and it's going to stay. But when you start making cuts on something that's arced two different ways, when you cut that straight line, that may not necessarily
it's
be
not.
straight when it goes back.
Exactly.
So that's some of the stuff we're having to deal with on this roof. So if he looks a little bit like he's
thinking. He's thinking
he
deep
is thinking.
thoughts.
No, it's not. And plus, like rightfully so, he's on the project and didn't start it, so there's a lot of guesswork because this was already cut apart. But he's working through it pretty good.
That's great.
Mr. Fonseca's rail over here. When we went over some stuff last week,
we fired that at
we got him a new tire for his front, so you can see it there. Still got the sticker on it. So
Nice.
we got the seats covered, and they're about to go in. It's sitting up there on its end. It's got a vinyl cover, so we're putting it in, putting the harnesses in, and we're really just be buttoning that up. But
Fantastic.
we also were waiting on a couple parts in there, but they came in. We got a couple little parts that we're waiting on, and then we should be able to get him done here soon. Like we said. So really, the overall theme is
Waiting. Yeah.
Neither one of us wait very well.
No, let me
not
see your
very
weight
good.
face.
This is mine right here.
All right, here we go. Oh boy.
I think
Yeah.
that's also the same face I make when I have road rage. Really?
And yeah, I guess so, because there's not only people that are getting their cars worked on, but a lot of people who watch the videos, obviously, that want to get their cars worked on. So we're getting a bunch of calls, and all you people that are wanting the cars worked on, we're taking your cars every day. So just keep this in the back of your mind. When I say I don't have room inside right now, I don't have room inside.
Right.
So
We're working
We're trying
on
to
it.
work on that, though. We're working on a couple things, and we're gonna
got
try to fix that
ideas.
part of the deal too.
Exactly.
So we'll see what we can do. So hang in there with us, and we'll get that part straight.
Yeah. 'cause
We can't do anything about the parts.
We
All
want to
do is get
fix
the parts.
all the dubs.
Yeah,
but,
so we
yeah.
maybe we can we're gonna work on trying to get more room to get more of y'all in here, but then we'll still be waiting on parts. So
Right, that's
but
true.
at least we can get you in here.
Something.
Yeah, we'll have more cars. We have parts. But that gives us a variety. The more cars you have, the better chance you have some cars in there you can.
Right, exactly.
So,
Something you can move
we've
forward.
got 2 out of 8. You just saw that we got something going on. So
That's
but-
crazy. All right, well, that's the word of the day then. Patience.
patience.
Oh boy. All right, you know what to do.
See you, nice people.
Goodbye.
Bye, nice people.